Now, there are things you can do online. They could have done COP26 online and had a carbon footprint of close to zero, but they all wanted to breathe on each other instead, although insisting on people wearing masks elsewhere, talking about hypocrisy. But you can't travel virtually. You can't have a holiday online. Even if you put goggles on, you'll not actually be in the Costa del Sol. But one of the things that you can do virtually, and may be the future, and we were going to talk to you about it last week, was the rock concert, the music concert, the pop concert, the music festival. And we were using the ABBA thing as an example of that. What's your take on that?
I'm really excited about the ABBA thing. I don't know if you're actually a fan of ABBA, George. Are you an ABBA fan?
My wife is. She once sent me into a record store to buy an ABBA album. I'm still blushing yet.
I absolutely love it. And I think it's really interesting, the virtual concert. That is something that we've all done a lot more of, throughout the pandemic. There's been more Zoom calls, more meetings and that sort of thing. And yes, maybe that's good to reduce business travel as well. You know, there is a lot of unnecessary journeys. But, there's nothing that beats standing there in an audience, having an amazing time squashed into a venue with thousands and thousands of people. There is something to be said with that. There's also something to be said with the ABBA concerts. There are actually going to be concerts. It's ABBA, the four of them, that are not going to be there. It's actually some sort of hologram, isn't it, from what I understand? But,
is it?
Yes, it is. So they're, as far as I understand, they're the hologram. Obviously people will be able to watch it online, but there will actually be an audience. In fact, ABBA themselves have said that they're looking forward to sitting in the audience and watching themselves perform as they did in the 1970s, because it's going to look like not them now, but them back then. But there is something to be said for, what I referenced earlier, is like getting people into this country. We have world-class events. We have world-class football, arguably. We definitely have world-class theatre. We need these people into our country. We need to allow them. I do understand it needs to be safely, but we need their money. We really do. And we want to go to these concerts ourselves. I think in terms of inbound tourism, this August just gone, we had only 14% of our normal levels. And everyone in Europe was beginning to travel more normally. The levels were much better than that. So we need the ABBA event. We need the Euros and the World Cups. We need the cricket, we need the tennis, we need Glastonbury, we need all of this stuff, not just to get people in here and spending money, but also for fun. This is what life is made of. This is what makes a lot of us really happy, me included.